What's up, y'all? Happy Friday, Junior. I hope y'all had a fantastic day today. For tonight's episode of Get Paid with Creative Nomad. Yes, honey, it's going to be a good one. As you guys know, we're on D again. Tonight's D is determination. Whew. Can you feel it? Can y'all feel it? Man, we are on lockdown. Folks dying left and right, they say. Folks dying left and right, for real, for real. If you're not determined to make your goals a reality, baby, if this is ever a time when you needed to be determined to see something through, now is the time. All right? Hey, hey. So, that's what we're going to talk about. And what I did is I actually wrote down the definition of determination, what they have for the definition of determination. So it's going to be nice. Let's get into it. If you're new to my channel, hey, welcome. I am Shalonda Elise, aka the Creative Nomad. I'm an artist, I'm a small business owner, a startup. I have a clothing brand, which is Creative Nomad. And I'm a one of a kind crochet designer. I also am a makeup artist, but I don't take on clients. What I'm doing is I've launched a cosmetics line starting with my line of lashes, my brand of lashes. So that is who I am. I'm on, this is episode 9. So, episode 9 of the Get Paid with Creative Nomad series. The purpose of this series specifically is to help motivate and encourage, right? Um, People to not give up. That is my biggest and strongest, I feel, asset. I'm not a quitter. I don't give up. And I'm very determined to see through whatever I set out to do. Now, in the way of doing that, in the process of doing that, for me, my focus has been on self development for the last 25, 30 years of my life. No, 32 or 35 years of my life, actually. 33 to be exact. I just had to get that number for me. So, for the last 33 years, my focus has truly been on self development. Now, with all that I've learned and as much as I've grown, my purpose I know is to help inspire others. So I decided to put together this series, Get Paid with Creative Nomad. The universe gave me the name, and I just come up with different words that I feel are building blocks to help get a strong foundation to get paid. Get paid as far as being a better person. You know, it's not all monetary. You can use these um, basic, foundations, basic words, right? In the P.A.I.D series to build whatever it is you're trying to build. So that is the show. That's who I am. And let's get into it. Determination. Welcome, you guys. So, the first thing I have for you is believing in yourself strong enough to never give up. That is my definition of determination. Believing in yourself strong enough to never give up, like, period. Now, the actual definition of the word determination is as follows: one, a noun, firmness of purpose, resoluteness, like, being resolve oriented, you know, not problem oriented, but resolution. And two, they have the process of establishing something exactly by calculation or research. That is what they have for determination. firmness of purpose, resoluteness, the process of establishing something exactly by calculation or research. That is determination. And you add to that believing in yourself strong enough to not ever give up, boom. That is your determination. That is your, way to seeing your goals into a reality. That is your way to achieving exactly what you set out to achieve. Being determined to do so. It's just that simple. First, accepting no excuses. And I mean from yourself. Accepting no excuses. Like, you're tired, you don't have time, which is ridiculous. Like, we all have 24 hours. Your kids are in school, or you got to wait till your kids get out of school, or you got to wait till the kids go back to school. Whatever. Like, accept no excuses from yourself and get it done. That is determination. Just make yourself do it, because you know that the outcome is to benefit you and your family. You know what I mean? The same things you're using as an excuse is the same thing we can use as the reason why we should do it. You know what I mean? It's just that simple. I make myself wake up at 4 a.m. Yes, it becomes easier the more you do it. It's like muscle memory. You know what I mean? So the more you are comfortable being uncomfortable, the more uncomfortable you will make yourself willingly. And then you'll notice you're getting shit done. Your progress is mass. You're ending each week and each month looking back like, damn, I did that. And then you look at how much you did, and you're like, holy shit, okay, maybe I can step it up some. But you're proud of yourself for making yourself do it, and then you see how much shit you got done. You're like, damn, okay. And then your progress now is not as much of a surprise to you, because you're like, yeah, I'm working my ass off for this. It's like, of course I achieved it. You know what I'm saying? That's how you begin to feel and begin to view your life. Like, of course I achieved this thing. I set out to achieve it. So, accepting no excuses and doing what it takes. You do what it takes to get to your next goal. Plain and simple. You have your plan laid out. You have your whole process of how you're going to do it, right? And always be prepared and ready to reroute and replan, because you don't know what may happen. But so just, you can't prepare for it, but always be prepared to make adjustments, is what I'm saying. So do what it takes to achieve your goals from week to week, from day to day. Like yesterday, for example, we went to the beach, we went hiking, we left in the morning, and we ended up being gone much longer than we anticipated. But because the trip was kind of choppy, my phone was on dead. Like, I didn't have time to let my phone charge. So anyway, I'm still thinking, I could charge it by the time we get there, whatever. So it didn't work out how in my head I was prepared for it to work out. So I had to get up. Well, I get up at 4 o'clock anyway, but I decided to record last night's episode this morning because I wasn't able to do it. Now, even yesterday, because I choose to be in the moment that I'm in, that's what helps kind of keep me um, sane. And I learned that from listening to Napoleon Hill. How you just, when you're here, you're supposed, or no, Jim Rohn, a wandering specific, or what did he say? A wandering generality or a meaningful specific. Which are you? I love that. So from listening to that is when I'm like, okay, I'm going to be in the moment. So with that being said, I didn't drive myself crazy yesterday because I wasn't able to record last night's episode. I just knew I was going to have to do it this morning because I was too buzzed to do it when we got home. Yeah, I was faded. So I had to do it this morning, but I had to get it done. You know what I mean? That is what I mean, doing what it takes. And sometimes it'll be bigger things than that, or it'll be smaller. It just, you have to do what it takes to get the job done, period. That is determination. This, I'm not getting paid from this, and I'm not asking for anything from this, but this is something that I set out to do for myself, even because when I watch these videos every morning, when I watch the last night's episode, I'm watching it like it's somebody else, and sometimes I truly believe that the universe is sending all of this to me because, yeah, I write it down, but I watch it the next day as if it was someone else. And I'm like, oh, okay. And I'm really soaking it in. I'm taking it in. You know what I mean? I'm taking my own words that I'm saying because not only are these things coming to me because I'm living it right now, but I have to, I gotta stay on it. Like, you know what I mean? These things are tough. They're not easy. It's not easy to be disciplined. It helps that my mother raised me to be so disciplined, but it's not easy. It really is not. Just keeping yourself and making yourself going. And I'm human, obviously over the course of my life, I fell off or just didn't know what I need to know. So I'm for me, this is um, just as much of a lesson and a series for me to go back and watch as it is I'm presenting to you guys. So with determination, like I said, it's doing what it takes, doing what it takes to accomplish what you set out to accomplish, and just having the I can mentality. You know, instead of coming from an angle of being against yourself, come from an angle of questioning how you can get something done or how you can make something happen or how you can do whatever it is that you want or need to do. Come from that I can place and not I can't or I don't have it or I don't know. Okay, how can I figure out how to such and such? That's a lot better. That opens the universe to sending you answers on different ways of, finding, oh, you go here, you'll be able to learn how to, whatever. It just opens up the universe for you. Instead of saying, I don't know how. Then every door to the way how is going to be closed. Every path is going to be shut down. Whereas if you say, how can I? Boom, they're all going to be open. So just have that I can mentality with your determination. That's a part of being determined because you're like, come hell or high water, yeah, I can do it. And like what I said with the last point, you're not surprised when you achieve these things. When you first start getting into it, yes, of course, you're surprised and proud of yourself. But as you get more accustomed to demanding what you want, being determined enough to not give up because you believe in yourself and you're going to see it through, you're no longer surprised by achieving your goals. You're like, of course. Of course. I said I was going to do it and I did it. Why would I be surprised? Others around me may be surprised at my determination. You see what I mean? So you have that I can mentality and it's going to take you wherever you want to go. Wherever you want to go. And it's hard because the noise is so loud. The noise of fucking I can't is so loud out there and out there, and it's everywhere. Everywhere. You have to be the loudest voice in your head. You have to be. And that voice has to say, I can do it and I will do it. Period. And that's with anything. Like there's nothing wrong at all with putting yourself first when it comes to your life, your health, your wealth, your knowledge. There's nothing wrong with putting yourself first. You can't be ignorant enough or dumb enough or poor enough to help the ignorant, the dumb, and the poor. You just can't. You can't get low enough to help the low. So as you work on your self-development, as you rise yourself up, as you build yourself up, you'll be able to help more people because you've been through it. And like I said this morning, which was yesterday's episode, from talking to different people, you gather their experience and their knowledge, you know what I mean? And it just makes you a more valuable person. It makes you even a more what's the word, reputable. It's like, okay, people can believe what you say. It's like people look at you like, okay, that person knows what they're talking about. You know what I mean? Not only have you lived life and made mistakes, but you've learned from them. You didn't just make a mistake and was oblivious to it, like, oh well, and then just go on and make another one and another dumbass mistake. You know what I mean? So those are massive, massive character building traits to be proud of and accentuate. So just do what it takes. Have that I can mentality. Believe in yourself 1000% and never ever give up. Period. Like I can't stress that enough to all human beings. Like just it's never worth it. No matter how long it takes, just anytime you feel like quitting and giving up, that is when you tell yourself, I'm almost there. Because usually that's when you're almost there. Unless you just got that fast quitting mentality and you're just like, as soon as you start some shit, it starts to get a little challenging or you got to think a little bit and you're ready to quit. See, not that mentality. But if you do push yourself a little bit and you go a little bit beyond, just a little bit, and you're like, okay, fuck it. Push yourself more. One thing I used to do when I was weightlifting, I would have my sets and my reps, right? Every time I was on my last rep, I would always tell myself one more, one more. So if I set out to do 15 reps, I would always, if not for all three of my reps, typically at least one set, I would do one more. I'd push myself one more. And for me, I feel like pushing yourself one more time to not give up will give you the encouragement from yourself, right, to go a little further. Because I'm going to tell y'all something else. Typically, when I would do that, I'd say, okay, you can get two more in. And most times, that is exactly what I would do. I would say one more, and that one more didn't feel as hard as I thought it would. And I'd say, okay, do two more. All in my head. And I'd do two more. So if you feel like giving up and you feel like you're tired, just tell yourself one more. Just give it one more try. And I promise you, it's not going to be easy, but it will fucking be worth it. It will be worth it. If you have the quitter mentality, you already know how it feels to quit and give up, which I can't relate, but I gave birth to a quitter. So I see it from the outside. And from the outside, I can tell you, you don't look happy. You look miserable. Each time you give up, you look like you let yourself down. You know what I mean? And it's, oh, I don't want to get emotional, but this is my daughter, and I'm just like, where did you get this from? How? How can you give up on yourself? Just don't do it. One more, just one more, and I promise you, you will have the strength, because right now you don't know what it's like to not give up, so just see what that feels like, to not give up, and then to achieve something, and then just keep going for that feeling, man. You were born to win, so win, man. It's all on you. It's 100% in your control. It's not, no one else can push you across the finish line. Nobody else. You have to run the race, you know? And it doesn't matter where you are. And let's go there for a second, right? Cuz with the races, okay, I was on the track team. So I was a part of this lineup. And one thing that always stuck out to me is how even in the race it's unfair. You start off unfair, right? Because it goes at like a well, it looks like a straight line. But it goes as like a diagonal, right? Every racer, every runner is in a different spot. And they're not all lined up equally. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes that person that's in the last spot will win the fucking race because she was the hungriest. He was the hungriest. Not only the fastest, but the hungriest. And they may not, if you go head to head with the second person you lost with, that person may not, do the fastest time, but they were the hungriest. And they believed in themselves. And they were not going to give up just because they were, at the diagonal that's further back. No, it doesn't matter. That means I got to really strategize. Am I going to come out hard? No, because you're going to burn yourself out. So you pace yourself coming out because you're already in the last spot. You see what I'm saying? You have to figure this shit out as you go. And no one's going to coddle you for not ever even trying to figure it out. So, and giving up on yourself, it doesn't get the attention that you want. You know what I mean? It gets you attention, but it's pitiful attention. And then it gets you ignored because we're tired. You know what I mean? No one else can want it for you more than you want it for yourself. And you are absolutely fucking worth wanting it for yourself. So want it and go for it and be determined to get it. Period. By any means necessary, you go for it and you get it. If you are not losing your integrity, if you're not harming anyone else, if you're not, deceiving anyone, you're doing legit square up biz, or you're being, you want to be a great human being, a great person, just a stand-up person, go for it. Go for it. Don't be the loudest, most positive voice in your head. Pretty much. That's it. Be determined to succeed at life and go for it. Let that speak the loudest to you, and you will win. Each day you'll get more and more confidence. So that's determination, baby. That is determination in week 2 of the Get Paid with Creative Nomad series. And for me, determination is powerful and it's everything. And I didn't mean to get emotional, but, giving up to me is just, I don't understand it. Like, I really don't understand it. And if I can encourage someone to get out of that mentality, that would be enough for me. I'm not going to lie, because I see it, and people that are quitters, they look miserable. They don't look happy at all, and that makes me sad. Because you can easily change it by not giving up, not quitting. Period. It's an easy choice, but apparently it's a difficult one to make. So I'm here to support you if that is something that you struggle with. If you watch this video in the future and determination, this series or this episode hits home for you or strikes a chord for you, please subscribe. Check me out. I'm live Monday through Friday. There's 4 days for the Get Paid, and then day 5 is a um, progress and accountability celebration. Usually it's on Friday, so like tomorrow is the P.A.I.D celebration episode where we will share our progress, things that we're proud of from the following week, and our accountability and how successfully we were able to stick to and meet our goals that we had lined up for ourselves for the end of the week. So that will be tomorrow. Thank you so much for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe if you have not already. Comment, like, and share these videos, please. I want to get them out to as many people as possible. I know I'm just getting back with my consistency, and everything is low, but for me it's about the message. So share, 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 share. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Connect with me on my other social media channels. They're all in the description. And I hope you guys have a wonderful Friday Junior. I will see y'all tomorrow for the P&A celebration. I'm excited. I can tell y'all now, I have not hit all my goals yet, but like I told y'all, my week ends on a Saturday. So I got work to do. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Peace.